Hi, my name is Ebony Bowler and welcome back, EbonyBowler.com. Again, we're talking about what you just heard, money. And so now we are going to talk about the last and final session or series, as I would say, about the basics to finances and life insurance. So the first three videos that we talked about, in those three videos, you found out who I was and where I'm from, New Bern, North Carolina. I wonder who remember that. Also, we talked about what life insurance was, the basics, whole life and term. Then we talked about how you qualify for life insurance. They look at your health and they look at your weight and different things that they determine to see whether or not you can get the life insurance and how much life insurance you can get. And so this last video is going to be a little bit longer than the other two, so bear with me because now we're going to talk about strategy. Now, I mentioned there were several different types of life insurance. You've got whole life, you've got term, you've got universal life, you've got index universal life insurance. There's all different things. You've got buy-sell agreements. That's when you're talking about businesses. That's a whole nother high level of life insurance. And so I'm just going to give you some ideas of things that you can do with life insurance that many people don't know. Some strategies that may help you now, or maybe they will help you as you grow. If you're a much younger person, or if you're a person who's more seasoned, as they would say, a senior, then they will help you with the final stages of your preparations in planning finances. Not so much final stages of your life, because none of us want to plan for that, but just making sure we're well prepared at the end or at the beginning or in the middle, somewhere in between of our lives. So with term life insurance, that's a strategy that a lot of people use when they need a lot of life insurance, but maybe they don't have a whole lot of money. And they need a lot because maybe they have 4 or 5 children. All of them have got to go through school and college. Maybe they have more than one home. Maybe they have a lot of debt. Those are different reasons that people may have term insurance. A person may purchase whole life insurance for the simple fact some people just don't like the idea of term insurance, because with term insurance, you buy it for a certain term. When that term is over, you no longer have the insurance and you put all this money into the policy. Now, there are some riders that you can add to the policy. A rider means just a little incentive that you can add to your policy to make the policy more attractive. And so you can get something called ROP, return of premium, where if you don't use the life insurance during that term, like you're still here and the term is over, you can get all your money back. But some people just don't quite like the idea of that. So that's why they like whole life insurance, because with them their whole life, and then also it builds cash. And if you've got some people that just don't really know how to save, or they're not really good at saving, or maybe they're excellent at saving, but they want more savings. So they get a whole life policy because A, they know it's going to be with them their whole life, and then B, there's cash that's been built up to make that policy more attractive, but also money that you can pull and borrow from the policy for later times if you have an emergency that comes up. Then you've got the index universal life or universal life policies. They're a little bit different because they've got these different buckets where they actually save a lot faster. And some of them are risky because they're actually investing in the stock market. So it's like the insurance company takes your money, they invest in the market, and then they come back and they give you some of those returns, but they might not necessarily give you the negative side, which is when you lose money, they may not just credit your account, but you didn't make money. And that's, I know, confusing, and that's a whole nother gamut, but people use those policies when they're trying to get savings really quickly, or when they're afraid of the stock market, but they still want to be in the market to make money. They let the insurance company take all the risk. How about that? And then the last strategy I want to tell you about is the buy-sell agreements. That's where you've got an example. So let's take Joe. Joe has this McDonald's, and he's owned the McDonald's for 40 years, and he has 4 children. And those 4 children don't want to keep the McDonald's. Maybe 3 of them do out of the 4. The other one says, I don't want it, and Joe passes away. So there's this battle, and you know that happens all the time with siblings. We want to keep the McDonald's. We want to keep the legacy going. We want to keep the money going. And the one say, oh, let's just sell it, get rid of it, because I want to start a car business. Well, the buy-sell agreement with life insurance allows the other 3 children to buy out the portion that that one child has, so that that way they don't have to get rid of the McDonald's, but they can pay that other child the money that they would have gotten if they had sold the McDonald's. So those are some different strategies, and I'm sure you've got questions. You're like, Ebony, how do you do all that? So how you can locate me is EbonyBowler.com. You can go to my website. You can contact me that way. You can leave a message here on YouTube. You can ask questions. I ask that you just don't put all kinds of things up here telling me what's wrong and what's right, because everybody's strategy is different. Some people hate terms, some people hate whole life, some people don't like buy-sell agreements, some people feel like an IUL is just from another planet. But it all depends on you, your needs, what you have going on, and what your goals are. And I'm here to help you with that. Now I'm going to make some more videos and we're going to talk about other things concerning money. But that's it for life insurance. You pretty much know everything you need to know. Now you just need to get busy and find an agent like me, a broker like me, who can help you get what you need. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped and educated somebody. Hey, and if you're under age 20 and you learned all of this, tell your parents about it. Hey, educate them. Hey, mom, dad, I know more than just about cell phone.